Hey guys, Frost from Desktop Airsoft here to bring you a review of the Elite Force M1911A1 CO2 blowback pistol. First off, I would like to make a personal note that this particular gun, you can see, is all scratched up and everything, but this has been my oldest handgun that I have ever owned. This gun is 2 years old, of constant use, without a single problem. Other personal note is, you'll notice that my orange tip is missing because when I try to put the suppressor on, it screwed off, but I'll mention that later on in the video. Sorry for the table shaking. But yeah, this has been the most reliable handgun I've ever owned. This is my baby. I love this gun. I've even gone so far as to nickname this gun Old Faithful. But first, we'll get on to the pros. Pros of this gun are, it is accurate out to 100 feet. It is very powerful. It has, for a 1911 anyway, a relatively good magazine capacity. It holds 14 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. It is, as I aforementioned, it is a very reliable handgun. Like I said, my personal one is 2 years old with no problems. Compared to the other Elite Force 1911s, like the 1911 TAC, which I've noticed, had nothing but problems. I can't really judge the Red Jacket Firearms 1911 because I've never owned it. I want to own it, but I've never owned it. But overall, this is the better out of the two that I've had. I've owned the TAC and I was not impressed, and I was also infuriated that it broke. Now, as for looks and weight, I've never held a real 1911, sadly. But I've had other people hold it, and that have owned 1911s, and they have said that this gun feels almost exactly the same to the real thing. And also, with the exception, again, of the scratches on mine, it looks like a real 1911. Oh, just hear that slide go forward. That's awesome. Now, the blowback is very, very strong because it is a CO2 blowback gun, and it's very crisp. Again, I cannot fire these guns because of my local area's laws, but it is a very, very, very powerful gun. I love this gun to death. The only two cons that I can point out of this gun, and I can really say this because I've owned this for 2 years, is the threaded adapter, the orange tip, the orange threaded adapter. If you try to put a suppressor on it, and then you take it off, it'll just screw off, and it'll be a pain in the butt to get the actual adapter out of the suppressor. That's how I lost my threaded adapter right there. The only other malfunction, or not malfunction, the only other con is, and I don't know if this is just with mine, but you notice the hammer, the thumbtail safety is engaged. So if I pull while the gun's on safety, if I pull the trigger while it's on safety, and then let go of the safety, the gun fires. That, to me, I don't know about anybody else, but that to me is scary. So, but like I said, I don't know if this is just with mine or if everybody else has this issue. But yeah, let's get to the FPS and the FPS of this gun. This gun is a very, very powerful handgun. With the .25 gram BBs that I use, I always use 2.5s. This gun does 355 feet per second. Wow. If you were to put a .2 gram BB in this, it would probably be close to 400 feet per second, if not 400 feet per second. So this 1911 is a little hot, so you could not use it for a close quarters battle arena. Most fields in California and across the United States would not let you. But honestly, I prefer that power because I know that I can sling around a lot farther and a lot harder than the standard gas pistol here. So, with that said, overall, I give this gun a 10 out of 10 for reliability, a 10 out of 10 for performance, and a 10 out of 10 for authenticity, because, I mean, despite the scratches on mine, as aforementioned, it is a sexy beast. I love this gun. This has been Frost from Desert Crows Airsoft, signing off.